In every generation, there is always a story whispered among students, a story too dark to be told in the open. Long ago, in a quiet boarding school, something strange began to happen, something no one could explain. They called it the Pink Lady. The school looked peaceful from the outside, students laughing, walking to class, living normal lives. But behind those smiles, fear was growing slowly, silently, like a shadow no one could escape. They spoke in low voices, always looking over their shoulders, because saying her name too loudly felt like inviting something dangerous closer. Naya was just like every other girl, calm, gentle, and full of dreams. She never wanted attention, never wanted power. But somehow, something had already chosen her. One afternoon, while searching through her locker, she found an old diary. Dust covered its surface, as if it had been hidden for years. And inside were names, many names, all crossed out. That night, everything changed. As she stood before the mirror, her reflection didn't move the same way. And then, it smiled. That was the moment she was no longer alone. Kemi, her closest friend, noticed the change almost immediately. The way Naya spoke, the way she looked at people, it wasn't normal anymore. But fear kept her silent. The power came slowly at first, like a whisper. Then it grew stronger, louder, until it became impossible to ignore. Naya was no longer in control. Something else was rising inside her. Within days, she became someone no one could challenge. Students obeyed without question. Teachers stepped aside. Fear had given her power, and power had changed her completely. But every power has a beginning. Hidden deep inside the school library was a secret no one was meant to find. A force older than the school itself, waiting, watching. Kemi refused to stay silent any longer. She searched through old books, forgotten records, and hidden pages, until she finally discovered the truth. The Pink Lady was not a person. It was a spirit, feeding on fear, growing stronger with every soul it touched. And now, it had chosen Naya. As the night grew darker, the sky began to change. Thunder rolled across the clouds, as if the world itself could feel what was about to happen. Kemi stood before her friend, not with fear, but with courage. She held on to Naya, refusing to let go. And in that moment, something powerful happened. Not fear, not control, but love broke through the darkness. When the sun finally rose, everything was quiet again. The power was gone, the fear had disappeared. But the story of the Pink Lady would remain, waiting for the next soul who seeks power without knowing the cost.